Welcome to the Fit Small Business Xero training course. In this lesson, we're going to cover how to set up customers in Xero. To follow along with me, log into your Xero account now or click the link below this video for a free 30-day trial of Xero. You can also click this link to access our full Xero course and other helpful resources. Let's get started. If you're converting from another accounting software to Xero, then you know how much time you can save by having access to your customer contact details like contact person, email address, and telephone number all in one place. Beyond contact details, you can set up custom payment terms, for example, net 30, and special sales tax rates if your default settings do not apply to a specific customer. Xero also has a couple of great sorting tools called Smart Lists and Groups, which can help you save time when invoicing customers or setting up email marketing campaigns. We will chat more about both of these later on. In this lesson, we will focus on how to set up customer contacts manually. However, if you have an existing customer list that you would like to import into Xero, then check out our How to Import Customers into Xero lesson. You can click here to access this lesson. Once you have imported your customer list, you can come back to this lesson to learn more about how to modify your customer information. In Xero, anyone who pays you money is considered a customer contact. Anyone you pay money to is considered a supplier contact. Based on the type of transaction, for example, invoice, bill, or credit note, Xero will automatically group your contacts as customers, suppliers, or both. For example, if you purchase products or services and sell products and services to the same company, they will be set up as both a supplier and a customer contact in Xero. Although customers and suppliers are added under the same menu, there are different fields you need to focus on for each. If you want to add suppliers, you can click here to access this lesson. To add a customer contact, we want to go ahead and navigate to the Contacts menu and select Customers. Go ahead and click the Add Contact button here on the right. And here's our customer contact information setup screen. This screen is broken up into two parts: contact information and financial details. We'll go ahead and cover the contact information first. In the contact name field, you want to enter your customer's name in this field. If you assign a unique number to each customer to identify them, enter that information in the account number field here. This number can be alphanumeric. Primary person. In this field, you want to go ahead and enter the name and the email address of your primary contact. If you have more than one contact, you can click this link that says Add Another Person and add any additional contact person here. In the next three fields, you want to go ahead and enter the telephone number, fax number, and a mobile or cell number if applicable for your customer. For Skype name or number, go ahead and enter the Skype ID for your customer. This is going to be ideal if you plan to communicate with your customer via Skype. In the website field, go ahead and enter your customer's website if they have one. Postal address. You want to go ahead and enter the mailing address where the customer would like to receive their invoices and other correspondence from you. So go ahead and enter that information in this field. Below the mailing address is the street address. Enter the physical address of where your customer is located in this field. This information is important when it comes to calculating sales tax. In the How to Set Up Sales Tax lesson, we discuss how to properly set up sales tax. You can click here to access this lesson. If the street address is the same as the postal address, you can click this link and go ahead and have that information copied down to these fields. While it might seem time-consuming to enter this information now, it's important to set aside the time to do this because this data will be used for email templates, reports, any apps that you add on from the marketplace, and a variety of other tasks. Now the financial details. In Xero, the setup screen for customers and suppliers is identical. For the purposes of this lesson, we're going to focus on the fields that will relate to customers only for financial details. The fields that are related to suppliers will be discussed in the next lesson, how to set up suppliers. You can click here to access this lesson. Remember that any information that you enter here will be default settings for your customer. However, you can override this information when you create invoices, quotes, or credit notes for your customers. All right, let's talk about sales settings. From the drop-down menu, you can select from one of the following tax options. Tax inclusive. This option will include tax for each taxable item on invoices and credit notes that you create for customers. Tax exclusive. This option will show tax separately on invoices and credit notes or purchase orders that you create. No tax. Select this option if you are not required to charge your customers sales tax. So we'll go ahead and select the no tax for this customer. Default account. From the drop-down menu, you can assign a default account that will be used on all sales transactions that you create for this customer. For example, on invoices and credit notes. I recommend that you leave this field blank unless the product or service that you sell to the customer is always the same. Default tracking category. Xero allows you to set up tracking categories that will allow you to see how different areas of your business is performing. For example, departments, locations, or in this particular example, regions has been set up. Tax. Generally, you would need to keep your supplier's tax ID number and not your customer's on file for 1099 reporting. However, if for some reason you do need to keep your customer's employer ID number on file, you can enter it in this field. Otherwise, you can leave this field blank. Tax on sales. From the drop-down, you can select the appropriate tax rate for the customer. If you have not set up sales tax rates, head over to the Setting Up Sales Tax lesson to learn how to track and manage sales tax. You can click here to access this lesson. If sales tax is not applicable, select the default rate, tax on sales 0%. Sales discount percent. If a customer should receive a discount on everything that they buy, you can enter the discount in this field to ensure that it is applied to every transaction created for the customer. You want to be sure to enter this number without the discount percentage symbol. Invoice Due Date. In the How to Set Up Organization and Financial Settings lesson, we set up default due dates for all invoices. You can click here to access this lesson. If you have special payment terms for a customer that are different from the default payment terms, then you need to set those payment terms up here to override the default payment terms. To do this, you can select from one of the following options. You can select the due date that will occur in the following month. You can set up a certain number of days after the invoice date as a due date, certain number of days after the end of the invoice month as a due date, or you can set up a specific date of the current month. So in this example, we'll go ahead and say our customer invoices are due 30 days after the invoice date. The Xero Network Key, also known as Xero to Xero, is a unique and private network key that is assigned to each organization. By entering the Xero Network Key for a customer, you will be able to send and receive invoices and bills directly into your Xero account from other Xero users. You can find step-by-step instructions on how to send a Xero Network invite to another Xero user by clicking the link below. Once you have entered all the necessary information for your customer contact, you want to go ahead and save. And now we've received our notification that our new company has been saved. So from this screen, it's fairly easy to go back in if for any reason you need to make any changes to your customer contact. All you have to do is simply click on this edit button. and it will open up the contact information that we just entered, and you can actually make your changes and then just save them. If we go back to the contacts page, in the contact screen, you can see a list of your customer contacts, the email address that you've entered, and then we have a column that shows the amount that you owe. So that would typically be to your suppliers, and the amount that they owe you, which would be money that is owed to you by your customers, also known as your accounts receivable. Once you set up a contact in Xero, you cannot delete it. However, you can archive a customer that you no longer plan to do business with. When you archive a customer, you will still be able to view the customer and any transactions that have been created. However, you will not be able to create any new transactions for that customer. The good news is that if you decided to resume business with the customer, you can easily restore the customer contact so that it can be used again. Let's walk through the steps to archive a customer contact, and then we will also show you how to restore a customer contact that was previously archived. From the customer list, you want to go ahead and just put a check mark in the box for the customer that you want to archive. Up here, you want to click on the Options button and select Archive. This is the confirmation. Are you sure that you want to archive this customer? And we want to go ahead and proceed. If you've changed your mind, you can simply click Cancel. To restore a customer contact that was previously archived, you can actually click on the archived group that's located here to the left. Click on that group to display the contacts that have been archived. Then we want to go ahead and click on the customer that we want to restore. It's pretty simple. There is only one here. So we'll click on that one. And then you'll notice here in the upper right hand corner, the Restore button. So we'll go ahead and click Restore. And Xero wants to confirm that we want to restore this customer. So we'll go ahead and click Restore again. And now we got the confirmation that our customer has been restored. After you have saved all of your customers in Xero, you can sort them using smart lists and groups. Among other benefits, this allows you to gain insight to additional products or services that you can offer your customers, stay on top of outstanding customer invoices and payments, create a list of customers who live nearby, and segment your customers for marketing promotions. Let's take a look at how smart lists and groups can help you get the most out of your customer contact info. A smart list is created by selecting criteria to filter your contacts and automatically add to a list. For example, you can create a filter based on inventory items purchased, outstanding customer invoices, or geographical location of your customer. Here are the searches that are already set up in Xero, or you can also create your own. So right below Smart List, we've got have purchased an item, outstanding greater than 30 days, overdue greater than 7 days, paid us in the last year, or the link here to add a new search. Let's say our fictitious company, Acme Web Pros Plus, would like to know which customers have purchased a website from them. They can run the customers who have bought an inventory item or purchased an item search and select Build Website as the inventory item. These search results can be exported to your email marketing program to send specialized promotional emails. Xero allows you to export contacts directly to Contact or another email marketing program using a CSV file. To begin the search, you want to go ahead and click on Have Purchased an Item. And then we want to set our search criteria. So using our website example, we want to go ahead and set our conditions for the search to all customers that have purchased a website. from this field, we want to say all customers that meet these conditions that have purchased. There's other options you can select here like invoice, payments, location, and contact group. And we want to actually say they purchased a specific item, so we'll make that change. And then from the drop down, if you've set up your inventory items, you should be able to locate the item that you want to do the search for. And this last field here allows us to select the time frame. So we want to go ahead and pull any customer that has purchased a website at all. So we will say ever. And then if you had additional conditions you wanted to add, you could. This will do it for our example, so we'll go ahead and click Run Search. And here are our results. Looks like Acme Web Pros Plus has had a total of 4 customers who have purchased the website from them. And it shows you this here. As we discussed, you can export these results to a CSV file or directly to Constant Contact. While Constant Contact is a pre-installed integration, you can also check out the Xero App Marketplace, which offers 500 additional integrations with a wide range of business software. You can access the marketplace by clicking the link below. While smart lists are used to create targeted customer lists that you can export out of Xero, groups offer a way to organize both customer and supplier contacts within Xero. For example, you can create a group for customers who are on a monthly billing cycle. If these customers are also billed the same amount, then you could also create an invoice for each contact in the group. On the left-hand side here of our menu, you'll see groups. So we've got one group already created called Monthly Customer Billing. And so let's go ahead and create a new group called Quarterly Customer Billing. So to do that, you can go ahead and click on the new link here. Once you have named your group, go ahead and save it. And now you can see, in addition to the monthly customer billing, we've got our quarterly customer billing here as well. To add customers to a group, you simply select the customers that you'd like to add to that group by putting a check mark to the left of the customers. Click on the options up here at the top and select Add to Group. And then go ahead and click on the group that you'd like to add the customers to and click the Add button. And then we've got our confirmation that 3 contacts have been added to the quarterly customer billing group. Going back to the smart list really quickly, I wanted to show you that you can also add contacts from a smart list to a group. This is our search that we completed for the website. And so we simply can put a check mark here to select all the contacts, or we could have just selected individual ones. Click the options button and you can click Add to Contact Group to add these contacts to a contact group that we've set up. That wraps up the lesson on how to set up customers in Xero. To access our full Xero course or any of the other lessons in this series, click this link. You can also find a link below this video for a free 30-day trial of Xero. If you have feedback about this course, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe.